Hey, welcome in. My name's Josh. This is 6 Up Tabletop, doing a quick painting video for Solar Auxilia from the Horus Heresy game. This is the Charonite Ogryn section. I've always kind of wanted to do these guys, but it's been a little out of my price range with the old Forge World resin. I think this kit was pretty good. It was awesome to put together. It's kind of cool to see how big they are compared to the normal Solar Auxilia troop. And without further ado, let's get into this video. The theme I'm going with today is the Barbaran Ambex Toli. I originally did another video on this channel for the infantry, so we're just continuing this slowly and surely this series. This is a Zenithal highlight that I put on this model, and the goal today is it's a very much a simple battle-ready strategy, just to get the models on the table and looking pretty good. There are plenty of extra steps that if you wanted to take this to the next level you could do, but I wanted to do something quick and kind of show a quick scheme that adds some oils and other elements at the end to kind of look battle worn as the video goes on. So I use this camo olive green and just apply it all over the void suit. Alright, moving into the next color, Vallejo model color black. I always use this in almost every one of my videos, but what it's going to be covering today is basically all of the metal parts of the suit. I'm just going to take a while, so just take your time, be careful with your brush, and I'll show kind of all the areas you want to hit. The tank, you want to hit the plates, the boots, the metal casing, and all that kind of stuff for the void suit, as well as the pipes that go in for the oxygen and all that kind of stuff. So here's the final result, I guess, of everything coated in black. I mean, there is an opinion where you could spray paint it black and then just paint the green over for the cloak, and pretty much the only thing that's not green or black is the mask. That's white. Starting off with metallic, gunmetal, AK interactive. One of my favorite metallics. If you've seen any of my videos, you've probably seen gunmetal on there. So for the void suit, kind of where the different parts of the void suit come together, and there's I guess the small connector dots where different couplings and pipes can attach to. So you just want to make sure that those are metallic as well. And for the apparatus, I also do that. You can see on the boots, I just pretty much get everything you see is metal. I do the Aquila and silver as well. Depending on the scheme, you might want to do that in gold or bronze. Alright, moving on to another metallic. Using bronze, this is Vallejo model color. This is the only paint I thought in retrospect maybe I could have changed it to a different color, or maybe had it be kind of like a darker bronze, but I'm still okay with how it turned out overall. You're going to do the pipes and then basically the oxygen tanker, pretty much whatever that is on the back is the only things that I might do in that bronze. In order to make the other, I guess, power couplings stand out, I'm using Hall Red, another Vallejo color, and just be careful when applying that. And so you'll apply it to both the left and to the right, and then there's also basically small wires on the oxygen tubing. So you can see here, I'm just trying to dot those. Anywhere you can visibly see that, just be careful with a small brush and add those lines as well. Vallejo model color, light green gray. I always use this kind of as a substitute for a pure white, and the Zenithal highlight that I did not quite, give me a opaque white on the mask, so I just go and highlight it, and it just adds, I guess, a little bit more color and makes it contrast a little bit more with the other greens, coppers, blacks, and silvers on the model. So there's not too much there, it's kind of just filling in. Alright, moving on, I use Warp Fiend Gray on all the black areas, and this is essentially, it's kind of like it's a mix between like a dry brush and edge highlight, but more so on the edge highlight. And basically any raised edges, little like screw rivets, as you can see here, I just highlight and kind of give some shape and dimension to the black. A couple of chips on the armor as well. I do just add some texture and dimension. It makes the black have a little bit more character than just being a flat black. Now that that's all said and done, I'm doing a oil wash, burnt umber, and ivory black. It's kind of a 50-50 mix. Mix it up with some mineral spirits, and I'm going to apply that all over the model. The paint scheme we have is fairly simple. I'm just going to add some shadows, some depth, some complexity to the model, and so it's pretty much been a common trend that I've done, so I just continue to use oils. It's a good investment. It's you use a reductive technique where you add it, and then you go back with a makeup sponge, in this case, once it's dry a couple hours, and you just wipe the oil off the top surfaces of the model. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. In the speed up, I would say I don't know if I left this overnight, just a couple hours. You can put it outside. You can use a hair dryer to speed up the drying time. So you just got to get used to the oils or the washes that you have. So I get this removed, and yeah, it adds a little grime, a little bit of dirt. I'm really happy with the results. Alright, fast forward probably overnight. This is some pigments added, and this is a little bit of enamel, like dust paint, like environmental paint. They had it as well to add some environmental interest to the model. As you can see here, AK Interactive Dust Effects, and this is Vallejo Desert Dust Pigment. And with that, I seal that all with a matte varnish, and then afterwards I add a little red into the eyes for the lens. So that's the final product. A very simple scheme. It's just a couple colors. The heavy lifter here really is the environmental effects, to really have the Ogryn, feel like they're fighting in a desert with dust all over the void suit. I hope I can demonstrate a simple way to use some of these effects with a simple scheme to have a tabletop ready, a model that it's not going to win any painting contests, but you'd be happy to have it on the table and would look good along with your other solar Auxilia forces. This is Josh with 6 Up Tabletop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.